That's sweet. Hi, my name is Kevin Connor with Modern Strategic Branding Communications from just outside Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And my message is remove doubt. Put the power of graphic design and communications, both verbal and visual, to work for your business to extend the reach of your brand.
Awesome.
TikTok, let's talk. This is the Miten Shah Show. We've asked the same 7 questions to entrepreneurs from all over the world to figure out what makes us tick. TikTok, let's talk.
Welcome back, everybody. Today we have the pleasure of Kevin. Thank you, Kevin.
Sure. Thanks for being here.
Kevin, where are you from? And if you had to explain what your business does to a 7-year-old child, what would you say?
Great question. My name is Kevin Connor. I'm from a town called Upper Southford, Pennsylvania, which is about a half hour outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And if I had to explain mine to a 7-year-old, I would tell that person we're corporate storytellers.
You're storytellers.
What we do is help companies express who they are, what they do, and why they do it, appealing to their audience, and their prospects and their customers.
Okay, very nice. So sort of like the Golden Circle, Simon Sinek?
In a way,
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Nice.
Because we think people resonate to stories more than logic, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're using bullet points to tell your story. Be careful. Develop a narrative around what you do.
Sweet.
How you help people.
Sweet. What got you started?
What got me started? Yes, I watched a lot of TV as a kid.
Okay.
And I graduated from Temple University, quite possibly one of the worst finance graduates that ever got out of school because I'm in a marketing company now. And I realized about 3/4 of the way through that finance wasn't going to get me. I was there for the wrong reasons. I really enjoyed marketing, advertising, and influencing consumer purchases.
Right. So it was the self-interest that got you started on this journey?
Self-interest, I think this leaning into what something was always there.
Okay.
Always something, I don't know why it interested me, it just did.
Mm-hmm.
I just liked advertising, marketing, and promotion.
Okay, sweet. Tell me, what keeps you up at night and what makes you jump out of bed in the morning?
I give a lot of thought to that question about up at night, and I had a hard time answering that question. I generally sleep like a baby. What gets me excited in the morning is going to help people get some legs on their story. Because a lot of times I think the people we work with, business owners and committees, sometimes get lost in their own fishbowl and they're not quite sure what benefit their product brings to the marketplace and what benefit their product brings to their own employees.
Mm-hmm.
So helping them develop their people as brand ambassadors so they're excited to go tell the story of the company.
Right.
It just kind of
encouraging more people to tell their stories.
Yes, and why they like it there. Not just because the product's great, because the people they work with, the culture, the ownership. It just really lets them develop as people.
Mm-hmm. What do you know now that you wish you knew when you started this journey?
I'd like to think that I would keep the negative voices in my head a lot lower.
Okay.
And just go just work towards the projects you want.
Yeah.
People are excited to help craft their own story, and if you can help them along the way, and hold their hand and show them that there's one step in front of another and how this is going to pan out.
Yeah, sweet.
That's the fun part.
Okay. Looking back now, there might have been some mistakes that you've made along the way, right? If you can share some of these that others can learn from.
Maybe like many others you've talked to, mine surround managing people, learning how to manage people better so they get them on a growth track, where they can see their best selves come through, and getting out of my own way.
Getting out of your own way. That's one I've heard the first time.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you can dig a little deeper.
It's possible to, how do I say this? Allowing yourself to develop and realize that maybe you're not the only one that is drawn to a certain topic that you think might be important.
Right.
Instead of saying, that's never going to work. There's something there that's, maybe Stephen Covey said, that which is most personal is most universal. And how I interpret that, like the things you think are just, maybe it's just me, a lot of people are probably thinking.
Yeah.
And a lot of people might be going through. So
Yeah.
something you're willing to work through and dig into might be able to help. Might be able to have a multiplier effect to help a lot of other people that, for whatever reason, didn't have the same tools you did or give it as much time and effort.
Yeah, sweet.
I think I've benefited from that as much as well. So.
Yeah. And that's it's very sweet because that's the reason I actually started this project, because I thought it was only for me that it's not only about the money, right? And then I realized, wait, the more people I talk to, it's for more people like this also. So yeah.
We're at a conference, right? there's how many stories in that room downstairs?
Yeah,
I mean, there's
absolutely.
1,500, 2,000 stories.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Of entrepreneurial A-type people that are willing to roll the dice.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's a lot of power in that room, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of stories.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what are some of the moments in your business life that you've been most proud, happy, satisfied, content with?
so I'm in business with my sister.
Okay.
And one of the things that is most shocking to both of us, we don't think that much of it, although we tell our story to people. Invariably, we see people's eyes. Once we mention we're in business with our brother or sister, we see people's eyes go like this. And you start thinking, and we say, you know what, I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
They say, what do you mean? I said, you're wondering whether you could work with your brother or sister.
Yeah.
They're thinking, how did you know that? I said, because I've seen that look 1,000 times, right? And something that I take for granted, my sister and I take for granted, is something maybe not a lot of other people could do. We're 2 of 7, so
Yeah.
we're number 5 and 6,
Okay.
or 4 and 5. My apologies.
Yeah.
4 and 5. So we think sometimes being in the middle there helped
Yeah.
us navigate those words. Maybe we're too alike sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're still working that out.
Yeah, I'd love to be in a business with my sister. She's just so much smarter than I am.
Really? Yeah. And women's intuition is different. I've benefited many times where I said, maybe that's a good plan. She said,
I always
that red flag.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just she's not able to put a finger on it exactly, and then turns out to say, wow, you were right.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Like I always like to say, the stronger and smarter half of humanity.
I'm gonna use that one with my wife. That's great. Yes. I'm coming back with that gem. Right. From the Diamond Money family. There you go.
Talking about gems, if you had a billboard, and on that billboard you could put on any message you wanted, what would that message be?
In big bold letters, I'd say remove doubt.
Nice. Nice.
Put,
Sweet.
use the power of graphic design and branding to bring your business to life.
Remove
I think
doubt.
they would try to remove doubt.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people get caught up in saying, what do we do here? And sometimes it's difficult to have a mirror, a
Yeah.
lens on your own business.
Yeah.
And having somebody sit outside and say, look, this is kind of the value you bring to the table. Here's what you have to offer.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's so easy to overlook that. And I think when you bring the power of communications, we see it in all different types of media, every channel. It's online, it's TV, it's billboard, it's print. Everything there helps shape an opinion in somebody's mind as to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? If done strategically and with thought, right?
Mm.
So that you get beyond are they going to like this, not right? Just tell the story, right? With big, bold graphics and wording and language that really helps illustrate what you do.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
why you do it.
Yeah,
It's even
yeah,
more important.
yeah,
It's more fun.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely, absolutely. Tell me, how has EO made a difference in your personal, family, community, or business life?
I'm going to share one word I think might sum up my feelings towards this: perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To me, listening to other people's stories, the whole Gestalt method of really just asking and biting that bottom lip because you want to respond,
Mm-hmm.
right? To tell people what you think should happen, but really listening and figure out how did certain decisions get made where that person got to that spot, and what might you do to help them turn around and look at maybe if they need to unravel,
Mm-hmm.
or saying how do we multiply that success and catapult forward.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'm the only one that bringing those skills to my home life has helped my relationship with my wife and my kids to propel them forward.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Awesome. Kevin, thank you so much.
Miten, wonderful to meet you. Thanks
To
for
propel
reaching
it from propelling forward to making some more Lego.